Good afternoon. We're going to get started in just a moment. We'll give a minute to clear the waiting room. As a reminder, when you are entering from the waiting room, please do remain on mute unless or until you are presenting or providing testimony before the entertainment division. Good afternoon. This is an administrative hearing before the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing. Today is Thursday, June 5th, 2025. This hearing is being conducted pursuant to temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. This hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. We're joined today by the Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing, Kathleen Joyce, and Director of Operations, Rebecca Fu. I will read each item on today's agenda into the record in the order that they appear. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the applicant. You'll make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the Entertainment Division. And there will be an opportunity for testimony, beginning with elected officials or their representatives. For members of the general public who wish to testify, please limit your testimony to 2 minutes, and please state your name, address, and affiliation, if any. Begin with the first item on this afternoon's agenda. The applicant is Taco Azul Boston, LLC, doing business as Taco Azul, located at 21 Beacon Street. The application is to add the entertainment category of audio device consisting of speakers on the outdoor patio 7 days a week until 9:30 p.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
Hi there. This is Dan Leva and Matt Narens, owner and operating partner for Taco Azul.
Thank you both for being with us this afternoon. If you could please just briefly present the proposed amendment to the entertainment division. There may be questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the time. So Taco Azul is a Mexican restaurant on Beacon Hill. We're at 21 Beacon Street, and we opened in October. We have a beautiful private outdoor patio that has been a great addition to the community after being closed for several years. The community has loved having an outdoor patio, being able to enjoy obviously the nice weather, except for on the weekends, of course. We inherited a former restaurant space that already had a speaker on the outdoor patio. According to both our condo board association docs and our lease, we were able to continue inheriting and using anything that was already on our patio. And so our goal is to continue being a great neighbor. We would just love to have a little bit of background music to continue creating that beautiful atmosphere and welcoming environment. Like I said, our priority is to be a great neighbor, and so in our request, we've already modified the requested hours to accommodate some of the concerns. We're more than happy to be accommodating. With the goal is not for this to be a party or something that becomes a nuisance to the community. We really just want to make sure that guests are able to enjoy the same dining experience that they would be able to enjoy outside on the patio in a respectable and comfortable manner. So that's what we're requesting. We're requesting a small outdoor speaker to be able to have ambient background noise.
Thank you. How long have you been at this location?
We opened in October of last year, so a little bit over 7 months now. And the patio is permitted, approved. Everything has been going great. The patio opened in late May.
Okay, and is it safe to assume that you thought that the speaker was already grandfathered in with the previous license?
That was our understanding, correct.
Okay, and you're testifying today that you are willing to make an accommodation and have everything off by 9:30 p.m.?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
And you're agreeing to abide by the terms of the noise ordinance in the city of Boston?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what do you use to monitor noise?
So currently we use Sonos, and Sonos has a digital meter that allows us to measure the decibels. It would be a Sonos branded speaker, and so that's how we would continue to monitor that.
Okay, and as far as management and staff, do the neighbors and the tenants have a contact number where they can call you in real time and say, you know, maybe it's the weather tonight, it's louder than normal, please lower it.
Yeah, so all of our contact, since we are in a condo building, all of our contact information is both with the doorman and the property management, but also manager is always on site. So we're more than happy to make that even more accessible if need be. But the only people that have access to the speakers to begin with are managers. We do have the ability to put a lock threshold so that it can't go past a certain level, and we're more than happy to institute that as well.
Okay, so beyond just the doorman and stuff, I would suggest that you actually give that manager's number or whoever's on duty or a number at the restaurant to the tenants in the building.
Yeah.
They can call you directly, because what happens is we get emails and we get calls.
Yeah.
And then Rebecca is tasked with contacting you the next day.
Yeah,
And
don't want that.
yeah, we would like to, we've already received complaints, so from the hotel, so I hope you're able to work with them.
Yeah, and we had a great conversation with the hotel. That's why we modified the hours to 9:30 based on their request. And so yeah, we have a great relationship with them, and more than happy to make our contact information, the restaurant manager phone line accessible to all the neighbors as well.
Okay. That satisfies my questions. I'm going to ask Rebecca if she has any other questions.
Hi, Dan. So can you tell us about the community process? Did you flyer or did you have meetings?
Yeah, thanks, Rebecca. So we went through all of the processes that were requested of us. So we did flyer. I believe we flyered in early May, and we flyered for 2 weeks. We sent proof and documentation of all the flyers that were for every building within 500 feet. And then after that, we also did go ahead and mail out all of the requested notices to all of our abutters, including schools, churches, and all of that was we submitted as evidence the white slips, the green slips, and all of the receipts associated with as well as the notice in the Boston Herald of everything that we did.
And how many speakers are there on the patio?
Just one.
Just one speaker.
Yeah.
And is it faced like inwardly towards the patrons on the patio, or is it faced out?
It would be up against the wall facing outward towards the patio, I guess. Not sure if I'm fully describing that, but it's angled
Yep.
downward. It is angled downward so that the noise is not traveling up into the upstairs neighbors. It is angled. It's probably about 7 feet high, angled down so that the noise travels down.
Okay. And then your request is for 7 days until 9:30. What time does the music come on the patio?
The restaurant currently opens at 11:30 a.m., so that it usually doesn't come on any sooner than 11 or 11:15 as we're opening the restaurant.
Okay. And then you said that only management had access to the speakers.
Right.
Is there a timer on the speakers?
There is not a timer on the speakers. I don't believe that is a feature functionality of the app or the speaker, but it is a part of both the opening manager checklist and the closing manager checklist. And that is something that we're very adamant about.
Okay. Last question is kind of unrelated, but do you guys have cameras on the premise on the patio?
We do.
How many?
One directly on the patio, and then we have 5 in the dining room, with 2 of them also pointing to the dining room. So 3 that cover the patio.
Read that cover. Okay, cool. That concludes my questions. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Siggy Johnson with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This petitioner completed the ONS community process. Our office oversaw distribution of an informational flyer to each abutter in a 300-foot radius from the premises. This flyering solicited 2 letters of opposition. One of the letters of opposition stressed that they believed the music was not background in nature and was disruptive. With that background, we defer judgment to the board. Thank you.
Thank you. Siggy, are there any other individuals with us this afternoon who would like to testify on this matter?
Yes, I would. My name is Carol
Please
Hayon.
identify yourself, and you'll have up to 2 minutes to provide your testimony.
My name is Carol Hayon and live in the building. I've sent a couple of emails, one starting in April when he actually opened the the patio. It wasn't to me. It was because of the very loud music. It wasn't background music. It was very loud music. And he continued to play the music when I told him that it wasn't allowed. He has not been a good neighbor. The surrounding restaurants do not find him to be a good neighbor. I spoke with the surrounding restaurants, library, and hotel. They did not know. They were not aware of the hearing today. So he has not been. He has been barred from Moo. He has been barred from Emmett. He's been barred from the 21st Amendment because of his behavior. He has been barred from Zen. He is not allowed in those establishments. He is not considered a good neighbor, and they are very concerned about the loud music coming from the patio. He had not demonstrated that he has a concern. It's not background music. It's very loud and very disruptive, and it echoes throughout the neighborhood. And this would set a very not good precedent for other restaurants in the neighborhood. There isn't any other restaurant around Charles Street, Beacon Hill, North End that has outdoor music.
Thank you for that. Mr. Levy, we'll give you a chance to respond after we're through with testimony. I do see Ms. Finsilver, that looks like you've unmuted yourself. Would you like to provide testimony as well?
Absolutely. Hi, I'm Amy Finsilver. I'm the general manager at 15 Beacon Hotel, Moo Restaurant. Thank you Dan for circulating the notice, which I did receive, and I did respond requesting that the time of the music get pushed back from, I believe it was originally requested at 11 for the license to 9:30 is what I had asked for. So thank you for that. I have not spoken to you. I mean, I don't know who you spoke to at my hotel or restaurant, but I would like to meet you. And we don't have any contact information to reach out regarding if there is an issue. So we would love to have that as well. Of course, we want to work with you. We want business in the community. But again, I don't want my guests getting upset of the noise. I have not heard any guest complaints as of yet. More so we get it from the clientele at Caring Nation and that noise, but not from your patios. So I do support you in getting an outdoor license for music. 9:30 would be our absolute limit. My preference, 9 o'clock would be better, but thank you, Becca, for mentioning the timer. Because sometimes managers, being in the business, get busy. So at 9:30, they might not be able to turn off the music because they get busy with something else. So I'm not sure if there is a timer or, we start it at 9:15 and you do the turn off because it takes some time to, curtail everybody's jovial attitude. So and you're not banned from our restaurant or hotel. I don't know where that came from. So you're more than welcome to join us at Moo.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals with us this afternoon who would like to testify on this matter?
Hi.
I could be heard.
Oh, sorry. I can go off mute and wait for that individual.
Great, thank you very much. If you could please just identify yourself.
Yes, my name is Stan Wheatley. I apologize for the disheveled appearance. I just got back from a mountain bike ride. I am a lawyer, and I have an office at 19 Beacon Street, which is on the other side of the main entrance to the condo building. And I will say that I think overall this patio has been a positive addition to the neighborhood. It does have sort of an upbeat vibe to it, and it was dead for a long time. So that's welcome. But I am a little concerned about the noise issue. There are people that live right above this restaurant, and there are people like me who work right above this restaurant. As I said, I'm a lawyer. I'm supposed to be thinking when I'm working, and if there's a distraction, that would be a problem for me. My question really is, you mentioned that there would be some built-in noise control based on the decibels. What decibel level do you have in mind?
Can I respond?
Is that a question for the licensee?
Yes, it is, if that's permitted.
Do you want me to answer now?
Yes, please.
Oh, the license, and I have to pull it exactly, but the license says between 50 and 100 decibels, I believe. So it would be whatever is permitted already on the license. So it's definitely not anything. Again, it's one small Sonos speaker, so it can't physically get too loud, but very much would not want it to be disruptive to anyone like yourself or anyone working throughout the day.
Yeah,
So,
I guess it matters where that's measured too. 100 decibels right in front of the speaker is not a problem. 100 decibels 20 feet from the speaker is a problem.
yeah. No, 100%. It's controlled. The decibel meter is controlled at the speaker level.
Yeah.
And to be fully honest, from where the speaker is near the 21 Beacon main entrance, you can't hear it on the other side of the patio at the current levels that we had it and agreed with building management. So if you're standing at Zen, for example, you can't hear the music. So it really is not a speaker that is that loud or powerful. It is a small Sonos speaker. It's not an amplifier or anything like that.
Okay. I have that's enough reassurance for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would just note that the city's noise ordinance does not permit anything above 70 decibels at any time during the day. Then that would be noted on the entertainment license as well. Great. Thank you. I believe there was one other individual who wanted to provide testimony. You may come off mute and you'll have up to 2 minutes to do so.
Hi, I'm Beth Deischer, and I'm a resident at 21 Beacon Street in Unit 2H. Was there any more information you needed from me before?
That's great.
I live on the corner of Beacon and Bowdoin on the second floor. And I'm not right above the restaurant, but I'm on that street. And I've never heard any music from my unit, even with the window open. I've been asked to open my window. Can I hear anything? There's been a complaint and I can't. I'm constantly outside. That music has never, ever been loud. One complaint we got from Carol was that the music wasn't the right, I believe, Carol, the right type or appropriate music for our street. For a Mexican restaurant, I think the music is perfectly appropriate. We try desperately on our street to keep traffic and to, we put flowers in front. We're doing our best to limit panhandling. I think the bigger issue here are the 20 off-road vehicles that are going to go by this restaurant. And my fear is they're going to leave because those off-road vehicles aren't controlled and they go right up Beacon and right past our restaurant. I see it all the time during the summer because I'm on the corner of Beacon and Bowdoin. I'm not sure if the attorney who spoke actually had an issue with the noise or just a concern. I do want to make sure that for the board's sake, we understand whether you're actually complaining or you're just concerned. But I thought that the initial remarks were quite inflammatory and inappropriate for this restaurant that has beautiful. People are out there at night. They're happy. They're eating. The music is not loud. It's awesome. So if there's any other evidence I can give you, I'm happy to video it as I walk by the street. I just want to make sure that you get a balanced viewpoint today.
Thank you, Ms. Deischer, for your testimony, and that was with exactly 2 minutes, so thank you. That was
okay, great, thanks.
Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Mr. Leva, would you like to any comments following the testimony that you would like to make for the entertainment division? I just want to give
Amy, thank you so much. We're big fans of your team, and they constantly come over and get food. Appreciate the invite to come back. We'll definitely be there. I can guarantee you that I have not once been banned from a single establishment, and had lunch at Zen yesterday. So I think they're big fans as well, and we really take care of the community. So that's been our #1 priority. My reputation precedes itself, and like I said, we strive to be great neighbors. Our request here, but that's why we've gone through this process. We wouldn't go through all this process for a speaker if we didn't think that it was, one, worth it, and two, that we were trying to do right by the city, the neighborhood, our neighbors, and everyone involved. So we very much appreciate your time and really appreciate the support in getting this done correctly.
Thank you, Director Joyce. Director Fu, any further questions following testimony?
No questions.
I just have one like suggestion. We have Sergeant Gallagher who works on the licensed premise unit. So if you'd like, we could ask him to come by with his sound meter to just test and set like a max noise level.
Yeah, we would very much welcome that.
Yep, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. If there are no further questions, then the Entertainment Division will take this matter under advisement and will issue a written decision. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The remaining item on this afternoon's agenda, the applicant is Little Haiti International Cuisine LLC, doing business as Little Haiti International Cuisine. The application is to add the entertainment categories of board games, karaoke, instrumental and vocal music up to 8 performers, dancing by patrons, disc jockey, and floor show consisting of dance performances and comedians, 7 days a week until 1 a.m. The address is at 1184 Hyde Park Avenue. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
I am George Cran. On behalf of Little Haiti, I'm a co-owner of Little Haiti International Cuisine with my mother, Inez Vilme. She's also here.
Okay, thank you for joining us this afternoon. If you could please outline the proposed amendment to the Entertainment Division.
Yeah, so Little Haiti is a family-ran establishment. We've been in business for about 11 years now. We recently applied for our live entertainment license. At one point, we did have it prior to us moving in. It was the Hyde Park Pub. So everything that I'm applying for was, I guess, with the Hyde Park Pub, but it somehow, I guess, it fell through the gaps, and now we have to reapply. So I'm kind of just trying to bring it back into the old ways. Not only that, but I'm also interested in bringing the live jazz aspect. I'm looking to kind of bring more of a classy, upscale type vibe to the restaurant, and part of that is me applying for this live entertainment license.
Okay, with that, let's see if there are any questions about the specifics of the operations. Director Joyce, Director Fu, any questions?
I'm gonna ask Rebecca to jump in first while I just get caught up. I know we did have a complaint, I think. Or am I thinking of something else recently? You haven't pulled 1 days yet, have you?
No.
Okay.
I have in the past, but this was prior to me even applying for this. This was just for the 1 day license. This was last year.
Okay.
But nothing as of recently.
Sorry, you said you applied in the past. When?
This wasn't for a 1 day live entertainment. This was just for beer and wine.
Oh, that's okay. That's different. Have you ever applied a one-timer for entertainment?
No.
Okay.
And what are your hours of operation?
We're 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, but Friday nights we close at 1 a.m. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 1 a.m.
You close at 1 a.m. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're requesting for music to end at what time?
1 a.m. We
Okay.
currently have an entertainment license for music to be played up
Yeah.
until 1 a.m. It's just now we just in case we have a party, we want to add a DJ. We want to make sure there's no issues.
Is this just a restaurant? Do you book out for events?
It's a restaurant / bar. We now have our full liquor license, all alcohol license, which is I guess sanctioned till 1:30 a.m. So all patrons must be out by 1:30 a.m. 7 days a week. So we do have a active all alcohol license as well.
Okay, so you have to have everyone out, you'll have entertainment stop at 1, but everyone needs to leave by 1:30, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're anticipating having
Live band.
okay, and will you be having private events where you close the restaurant and have
Yeah, if it's like a birthday dinner they rent out in advance, we will close out to the public. We'll still serve the public, but as far as sitting in, maybe that space would be kind of bombarded or barricade off.
okay, and do you plan on using promoters?
We don't need to, but if need be, we will. If depending on the event. So I guess we go with the flow. If it's a weekend, for example, like a Memorial Day weekend, we wouldn't need a promoter because everyone comes out during Memorial Day weekend. But if it's like a random Monday night, we want to do karaoke up until like 10 p.m., I'll probably hire a promoter, but most likely that's not in my, I guess, interest.
Okay, so if you're using promoters as the manager, please be sure that the promoter understands the rules and regulations.
Yeah.
And you don't just give them permission to operate in a way that's not within the,
Guidelines.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because ultimately you're responsible, even if you have outsourced an event to a promoter.
Yeah.
Do you use or do cover charges?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Okay. Certain nights of the week or?
Yeah, certain nights of the week, but for like karaoke or a live band, most likely not, just because we're trying to do this for the community. But certain events, just to limit the crowd, I feel as though like a $20 to $25 fee kind of keep a few people away, just because of the high price at the door. That's the goal. We don't want to get too packed.
Okay. So what we ask places that are applying for new licenses that intend to use promoters to send us an email the day before and say, tomorrow night, we're going to be using a promoter.
Okay.
Send that email to the email, is it
Mocal.
Yeah.
MoCal, sorry, MoCal.
Yeah.
So we have that on record, that on that particular night, there might be somebody else in charge of crowd control, in charge of the door. I'm trying to think, do you have, on those particular nights where you're having more of a private event or a special event or, a promoter, do you have a written security plan, a display?
Yeah, so we actually have 3 security guards at all times at every event. So we have one checking IDs at the door, one searching, and one just roaming around, just making sure everything is in order.
So the one searching, meaning searching people as they come in, like pat
Yeah.
them down or something?
Yeah, pat it down. We have the metal detectors as well, the metal wand.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, is that all written down in your security and operations plan?
It was in order for us to get the liquor license, we had to send in the insurance information with our security
Okay,
and their certification. So I believe that's within the
okay,
rubric.
all right. If you wouldn't mind resending that to us to make sure that we have it on file, I would appreciate it.
All right, sounds good.
So at the end of the night, you have the 3 security. When you're trying to disperse the crowd, do all 3 of them go outside?
Yeah, they help disperse the crowd. Not only that, but the police station is right across the street. So there's only so much I think people would try to do after closing hours.
Okay. Let me see. Rebecca, do you have any questions?
Yes. Can you confirm the type of abutters that you have? What kind of neighbors? Are they residential, commercial? both?
Majority of them are commercial, so we're across the street, directly across the street from 7-Eleven. We're also attached to the garage that's next door, which is also commercial.
Mhm.
And Dunkin' Donuts to the left, which is also commercial. AutoZone across the street, which is also commercial. The church that's next to AutoZone across the street, they actually come in every Sunday to eat, so that they're big supporters of us. And next door, directly next door, the house touching, there's only one unit touching our restaurant. They work with us, so they work for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of the cleaners lives next door, so his mother and all of them, they know us pretty well.
Great. And then can you tell us about the community process? Did you do flyering? Did you have any civic meetings?
Yeah, we had a civic meeting at the basement of the police station at Hyde Park for the community meeting, and everyone was all for it. They actually published an article, I think it was in October, in the Russell Hub, just the community showing their excitement for us bringing the live jazz aspect to the Hyde Park neighborhood. So the community was all for it. Not only that, but I did send out the legal notice to every touching house near us. So within the 300 feet radius. So so far I didn't have any negative feedback. So it's looking like everyone's excited. I'm excited, so I'm just ready to kind of get things rolling.
Okay. And then I can't remember. Do you have a landlord, or in your lease do they permit this type of entertainment?
Yeah, they permit this type of entertainment. I do have a landlord.
Yep,
He was the same owner. The family was the same owner for the Hyde Park pub prior to us moving in, so they're well aware of, I guess, this type of entertainment that we're trying to bring.
Okay. And then capacity, and there's 48 persons, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and then can you tell us about your experience as manager? Have you ever managed any other kind of premises?
Yeah, I mean, as of now, we currently play music. We currently have our TV, so I'm currently doing this day to day. What we're trying to do. The only difference is that we're trying to get licensed for live entertainment and also a DJ. But other than that, everything's still going to be the same. It's not like we're removing tables and turning this into like a club. It's just still a restaurant. It's just more so entertainment while eating, as opposed to it being like a nightlife, pure club. So we keep the tables in, we keep the chairs in, nothing's removed. I've been in the game for about the industry for about, I would say 10 years. But as far as me being full on running the show now, this is my third year. My mom is still always assisting. She's the head chef. She's been running a restaurant for over 10 years. So this is kind of like in my family. It's a family ran business. So my father, he helps out sometimes as well. So it's all family tied.
And do you ever restrict the like age after a certain hour on certain
Yeah,
days?
so we're 21 plus. So after 10 o'clock, it's 21 plus. No one can come in, even if it's for food only. You can't come in unless you're 21.
Okay. And dude, I think that answers everything. Thank you, George.
You're welcome.
With that, we will see if there are any individuals who would like to testify, beginning with elected officials or their representatives.
Madam Chair, for the record, my name is Jeremy Bembury. I am the Hyde Park Community Engagement Specialist for the Office of Neighborhood Services. The applicant has completed the community process, which consisted of 2 abutters meetings facilitated on September 4th and October 1st for alcohol license and live entertainment, respectively. During the first abutters meeting, residents expressed concern through opposition letters regarding noise and parking. During the meeting, one abutter, although supportive, voiced their concern and requested to specifically not allow patrons to gather in the rear or amplify music from the patio. During the second abutters meeting, with no abutters in attendance, no inquiries were made. Next, the proponent presented to Hyde Park Neighborhood Association on October 3rd, who supported the proposal and was approved to move forward. Thank you for your time, and the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services would like to defer to the board for their judgment.
Thank you, Jeremy. Are there any other individuals with us this afternoon who would like to testify on this matter? Any further questions from Director Joyce or Director Fu?
I just have one question. Jeremy mentioned a patio. Is there a patio there?
No, we have a back. The neighbor, he was just concerned because he didn't want people, I guess, smoking cigarettes in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It
but
was
we don't
referred
even
to
we
as a
don't even
patio.
allow that. So
Okay. Thank you.
There are no further questions and no other individuals who wish to testify. Then the Entertainment Division will take this under advisement as well and will issue a written decision. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Those are all the items before the division this afternoon, so that will adjourn this hearing. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.